This is Paul Strand, the senior Washington correspondent, answering some of Stan's questions for your class. What can you do beforehand to be prepared? Well, I tell you what, I read everything I can before I go to an event. I especially find out who's the person I can contact. Not the people that will be speaking at an event, not the big stars themselves, but the PR guy. Almost all the time now, somebody has somebody to contact. Somebody's organizing all this, and they're going to be there. So I always try to make contact with that person if I can, and arrange to see them when I get there so that they can help me reach the people I need. That's really important, trying to get that contact person. What are the first things you do when you get on location? Well, again, I try to find that person. Now these days, because there's so many camera crews, I also try to get the cameraman there, maybe even way before me, try to get that best position. Because these days, if it's an event where it's pretty newsworthy, you can have as many as 20 or 25 cameras there. So it's very important that you get your cameraman there. He doesn't have to stand there, but as long as you can get his tripod set up and reserve yourself a spot. Because if you come late, and I've seen this so many times, you just end up with a horrible shot. So really important to get the cameraman there. And like I said, my first thing, find that contact person, make contact. Now here's something interesting, because we are Christian reporters, we have an advantage that others don't have, and that's that often when I go into these situations, I'm praying, I'm asking God for divine appointments. I'm asking Him to show me the people at events like this that I need to talk to. And sometimes when folks are hard to get, some big VIP or something, I'm praying for favor. And I don't know how many times I've had it where somebody who I never thought I'd be able to talk to, we just ended up right next to each other and I had a chance to do it. So that's my answer to that. Do you go into the situation with a storyline draft already in your mind? Now, I've been doing this for, nigh on to 35 years now, and I'll tell you the truth, when I hear about any situation, just about from the moment I hear about it, I instantly write it up as a 25 to 30-second story in my mind. So yes, I do this, and very specifically, when I'm going to events, I'm already writing it out in my head and trying to figure out what lines can I lead into for the sound bites I expect to hear or I expect to get from somebody. So yes, I very much coordinate these things. Often, I could write the story before I get to an event. And I know maybe that sounds a little like maybe we shouldn't do that, maybe we should wait to hear what's going to happen, but pretty much most events you know what you're going to hear. So yes, I do kind of pre-write the thing in my head, and I'm even pre-writing into the sound bites. How do you make sure you meet your deadlines? Well, when you're pretty much writing a thing in advance, then you're already meeting your deadlines. But that is a hassle. There's always pressure on you. You have to learn to live with this pressure of people coming up to you all the time and saying, are you done? Are you done? Are you done? You've got to learn how to just block out everybody, concentrate on the story. The story matters more, not so much the coordinating and all that. Doesn't matter what the people in the newsroom are thinking. What matters, you got to keep your mind focused on the viewer. Write clearly, write concisely, write it as short as you possibly can. Don't try to fill up whatever time, don't try to go for the maximum that your editors are willing to give you. Try to think the minimum. How do you deal with the physical challenges, crowds, other reporters, police, registration, press credential requirements? Well, if you got a good bureau director or good news chief, these things are all going to be done for you. But usually, again, my thing is just arrive early, arrive prepared. We don't really, yeah, I guess we do sometimes push our cameraman in there. Sometimes you do have to be, I wouldn't say bullying, but you have to be very positive that you have a right, and very much thinking about your audience. We've got to get this for them. So sometimes you do have to be a little pushy. That's part of the business. But I would recommend, again, early and well prepared. That's always the way to go. Thanks so much, folks.